If you want to participate, contact me at ordinarywomenpodcast@gmail.com. I'm sure you have great projects to brag about. You can also follow me and message me on Instagram at Ordinary Women Podcast, on Twitter at Ordinary Women PC, or on Facebook on the page Ordinary Women. Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Ordinary Women. Hi Deepika, how are you today?
Hi, Lucy. I'm doing great. I love to be here on your podcast. It's an amazing opportunity that you're giving for all the ordinary women out there.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for accepting to participate and to share some of your stories with us. I'm very excited to hear what you're going to talk about. Can you start by giving us a quick introduction of yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi, guys. This is Deepika here. I am from India, from mostly Delhi, and I'm currently traveling all over Karnataka, Andhra, Delhi. And I'm into SalesForce technology for 6+ years now. I enjoy writing as a hobby. I also maintain my personal blog and also contribute to Tripoto. It's an Indian travel site as a travel writer. Ancient architecture is my love. I'm an avid learner and reader. I love to learn and read about new things, be it for my 9 to 5 job or personal development.
So amazing hobbies. That's amazing. Also, I will definitely ask for the link of your blog and read that extensively.
Sure.
And can you tell us something unusual about you, please?
Yeah, I have actually written, I'd say from my 12th grade till now, I've written at least 300 to 400 diet plans, but I've never stuck to one even for 1 week.
That is unusual. Cool. Thank you for sharing that. I like to start this podcast by asking, was there an event in your life that made you realize that you are a woman?
Yeah, it was when my father passed away. It was a very sudden demise. I was in Turkey at that time working there, and I had not spoken to him for 2 weeks already. And suddenly I hear that no, he's no more. I had to rush back and leave everything. And suddenly there were all women in my family, and no man. My brother is too young. And suddenly I realized because of the behavior of the people around, they were like literally pitying us that what will happen and what's going to happen to them, At that moment, I realized the position of women in the society, then how they are perceived by the society, how we were perceived, how my mom was perceived that, she's not going to have a life anymore and all. But I realized by looking at all the successful, all the hardworking women around me and in the world, I geared up the confidence, and I was jobless at that time basically, and it was so hard to survive for a few months. But I geared up, I studied, and I got a job, and I got my family back on track. But those few months, I know what comments I faced from the society or comments I faced from my relatives who were like that, you should marry now. It's you do not have a father on your head to take care of you. And I realized that it was back in 2015. And in 2015 also, there were people who had this thought, in the 20th into 21st century also, if somebody has this thought, I realized that we need to do something about this. It's not how women should be perceived.
Yeah, completely. And I guess there must be and I'm so sorry for your loss, by the way. And unfortunately, that happens. So there must be other people in that case, and I don't know, do you get any like support from the state or from other families or anything like this?
Yeah, my few of from my mom's side, my mom has so many sisters. They were all very supportive. But I heard most of this degrading things from the males in my father's family. So yes, the women were definitely supportive.
Ah, okay. And did you have any female role model when you grew up?
Absolutely. And I would say it's my own sister and my mother. How they have lived their lives, how they have gained back the confidence, how they have stood up on their feet after my father, and how they are so successful in their lives right now. My sister is a choreographer, and she is also battling cancer right now. I cannot think of any better role model than her. She has given me utmost strength, utmost confidence, that you can do anything in life. Right now, she's on her semi partial chemotherapy sessions, and yet, she goes to gym, she works out, she continues her. She also has a company, Rux Entertainment, and she continues that work, and her treatment is going on. And I cannot contain that. How a person going through such hard time are having that disease, and she's doing all that she wants. She's living her life like there's no tomorrow. She's doing everything. And this gives me so much motivation that, there is nothing that women can't do. I haven't seen the more strong women than my mother and my sister.
Wow, she sounds amazing and brave, and like, yeah, if you're listening to it, hi, and yeah, sending her lots of energy and like good,
You
I don't know, luck and everything.
make sure she listens to this.
Ah, cool. And so, what do you think she taught you?
Yeah, she taught me resilience. She taught me like you can go for anything. You have nothing to worry about. Even if you are not strong financially, man, you just go for your goals. You have to take actions. Nothing is going to come at your doorstep like that. You have to take actions. You have to own your life. No matter what life throws at you, you have to own your life. You have to continue doing what you want to do, what you want to achieve. You are not going to blame the situations around you. If you want something, if you want to do something, you have to do it no matter what. It's the confidence and it's the resilience that you have to build. It's the dedication that you have to build towards your goals.
That's amazing. Yeah, I really like that type of thinking. Thank you so much for sharing. I guess she's also one of your current female role models. Do you have any other current female role models?
Yeah, so I'd say it's the women who come from very small towns. Apart from my sister, we come from the capital of India. We have access to all the resources. Right from our childhood, we've had access to resources. But there are women who are coming from such small towns. Like these women are representing India at an international level. They are like, for example, Hema Bindu. There's Geeta Fogart. These women come from really small towns, and they've not had access to resources, and yet they have represented India at such a level. It's all their dedication, it's all their confidence, it's all that they had their goal. It's in India we call it Arjun's eye. It's the goal that they are focused on. It's the confidence, it's the confidence in themselves that they are capable of this, they can do it. And that gives me so much motivation that when you have all the resources, there is nothing that can stop you. There's nothing that can stop the ordinary women from achieving anything. It's the confidence and it's the belief in oneself that is enough to help you, at least get on track to your goals.
That's amazing. And that's a perfect transition to you. I would like to know, to start talking about something that you've achieved, so like a project achievement, like experience. I don't know what you want to talk about, but yeah, can you tell us what you want to talk about?
Okay, I think mix up two things. One about my childhood and one about what I'm doing currently. I was a very shy person and I was bullied. I'm not ashamed to say I was bullied till I was in, fifth grade. I was in a girls' school and yet I was bullied from those girls, and that made me very shy and very meek girl. But as I went into high school, I don't know how, but I got a transition and I changed. And that I was, I think, in seventh or eighth standard when I started to read. When I got access to internet and I started to read a lot, and that's how I gained my knowledge that I can also do those things. I used to read about, just the news and all, where I could see, women and men, everyone achieving their goals. There was so much to read about. It gave me awareness. And I started to become open. I when I had knowledge, I started to speak up. And I transitioned into a very open and very bold woman. I actually love that at that moment, that was a transitioning point in my life and I give all the credit to reading. All that I read on the internet, random articles, it just gave me awareness, and I transitioned. I started to speak up. And cutting short to today, I work for Salesforce. It has been one of my dream company. As you know, I shared in my introduction that I am in Salesforce technology for almost 6+ years now. And 2 years back, I got a chance to join Salesforce, and it has been great till now. In my career, in my 9 to 5 main career, I think I'm doing great. I am well respected in my company. That's very satisfactory. When the men, when different genders and everyone accepts you as a person as a person of their team and respects you for what you do. And along with it, I'm working on a side hustle for building an online presence. I love blogging, and I had left it in the meantime due to some work pressure and all, but I'm again starting to get into it because I think there's no tomorrow. I am never going to have that right time to begin it, and I love what I'm doing. I'm right now building on a plan, on a strategy for that. Yeah, and thank you, Lucy, for giving this platform, for accepting, and actually I would say proudly being proud of all that you're doing, all that an ordinary woman is doing. I'm an ordinary woman, and I love where I am right now. I am working, and I am working really hard on my main job, and I'm also working on a side hustle, and I enjoy being with my family, and I'm maintaining all this. And I love for the woman I have become. I love all the hardships that I've faced. I wouldn't be what I have been today without the hardships that I've faced. So yeah, I love the woman I am.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so good to hear. And yeah, you have so many things to be proud of. That's great. So jumping back a bit do you want to talk both about like your career path and when you went to Turkey, or do you want to focus on one of these?
Yeah, Turkey. Yeah, Turkey would be great. Right out of my graduate, and I had so many options. Just as a normal postgraduate, graduate person, I would say I had so many options. I had an option to work in India. I had an option to do my post graduation studies, and I also explored an option to get into the government jobs. But nothing worked out. Ultimately, after a few months, I just got came across this organization called ISEC, which helps graduate students to pursue a work, internship, or job across countries. And I gave multiple interviews. I studied hard, and I finally got that mail that you've been selected for a marketing role in Turkey. It was amazing. I cannot contain. Obviously, my mom was um, she was pretty tensed because I was just right out of my college, 2021, and how would I survive alone? But by God's grace and all the confidence that I had gained throughout the years, it helped. I sat on that flight, and I have to tell that flight it was February, and Turkey was really, it was snowy that time. There were snowstorms, and my flight got delayed by almost 24 hours. I spent in different cities of Turkey, in different towns and cities of Turkey alone. It was mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing experience. From there, when I started my job, it was of a social media marketing. That's when I got introduced to the IT world, to the corporate world. That was great. I think all the women out there who are working 9 to 5, you are doing great. It's not easy. And so yeah, I was a social media executive. I learned a lot there. And then when I came back here, then I joined the Salesforce technology. I have been working in marketing cloud. They have different clouds. So I'm working in marketing cloud, and right now I'm in commerce cloud.
Amazing. And so when you decided to go to Turkey, like, did you actively thought, oh, I want to leave, I'm going to look for a job somewhere else, or did they approach you directly?
No, it was me who approached it because as I told you, I had different options to pursue jobs in my country
Yeah.
for the studies, but something in me, I was like, oh no, I want to do something different. So, and I just came across this. They have a site, and I read about it, how this program works, and I was interested. I pursued them. I gave multiple interviews, and I studied, and then I got a job.
That's so cool. And so why did you decide to look for something abroad? Why did you decide to leave?
I felt that, I was at home for 21 years and I wanted a change. I wanted a shift. I felt that, facing the culture shock, being in a non English speaking country excited me actually. That was challenging. And I was pretty young and I had that adrenaline rush that, oh wow, okay, I want to be in a different nation. I want to be in a difficult situation, that would help me grow. This would be so awesome. I just felt that this would be so awesome, being in a different nation, alone, independent. And obviously, as most youngsters feel, to go away from home and, feel the independence, I also had that thing in mind. I want to be independent. I want to, live alone, and I want to experience how that feels. And being in India, I don't know, it's just that an opportunity came my way. I came across this and I just wanted to go for it. I just wanted to go for it. I think that was my calling at that time.
Yeah. No, that makes complete sense. And so how did you do it? Like, what were the steps? How did you do
Oh,
it?
great. Yeah, I think this would help all the graduate women, men, everyone out there. It's an organization called ISEC. It's run by undergraduate students who help you connect. They have a connection across various countries. This ISEC organization is spread across various countries: Turkey, Egypt, US, London, everywhere, and they have these undergraduate students working, and they have connections with companies. These companies are the ones who are looking for freshers, basically, who are right out of college. They have fresh minds, they have innovation, they have innovative minds, and they bring new ideas. So they are looking for such people who wants to work in different countries and who are interested. This is You can get two types of roles. Either you get an internship, but that internship is also minimum 6 months to 1 year, and they also have jobs. So it's both. So you can apply and they will help you get interviews with different companies. You have to study, of course.
That's a great organization. I didn't know about them.
Yeah. I've met amazing women. Actually, I would say there was another girl who had come through a different, there are various organizations like this, and she had also come from a different organization for such a role. She's from Thailand, Sophie. It was nice to meet. People should go for it more. This would give them a chance to experience independence, and this would definitely give you learnings for your life.
Cool, amazing. Well, thank you for sharing that. I'll definitely put a link to their website or something in the show notes. That's very cool. And so how long was there between the first time you thought about it and the first step that you made?
It was pretty quick. I'd already was exploring different verticals, what to do next in my career and my life. So I don't remember the exact date, but I think it was I moved out in February. Yeah, it was around October or November end when 2014. And when I started to look for such, I applied already. I gave the application and they sent out my resumes in different companies. Few of the companies called. Few of them were from India. Yeah, and then. After studying for I believe almost 1 to 2 months, in January was when I got 2 interviews on around the same week. One was for a company in Egypt, Cairo, and one was this in Turkey. So in the same week, I gave 2 interviews, and from start it was in November. I'd say 3 to 4 months it took me to get a job of my liking. Before that, also you can get various opportunities. It's upon you whether you want to wait for something better that you are fully satisfied with, or you can definitely go ahead with the first opportunity that you get. And it was actually on the same day in the morning I got an approval for the Egypt company. And I was still hoping, that I wish the Turkey one clears out. And in the evening, around it was 5 p.m. my time, IST time, and I got a call that that is also being cleared, and my decision was final. It's Turkey. Yeah, that's where I have to go. It was so it was from applying till the date I got the interview, date I got the approval. It was 4 months.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my God, you must have been so happy when you received the answer from the Turkey one.
Seriously, I was actually I had never seen snow, so I was googling, the current temperature in it was Izmir. It
Right.
was the city was Izmir, and wow, it was beautiful.
Did you like the
Oh, I
snow?
loved it, loved it. I fell because I didn't know how to walk on snow. I actually slipped the first time I landed in Istanbul.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, everyone does. And was there anyone important who helped you in achieving that, or like who had an important impact on you doing it?
My father, my father was so proud of me. We were not very financially strong family. My father was working hard for making ends to meet and give us a very good life. And it was him. My mother was, I told you, my mother was really tense and worried how a girl who has never stepped out of, was never lived even in another city of India, how would she survive in a different nation? But my father believed in me. He was like, no, he shall do it. And when we got the approval, he literally went about the entire colony telling everyone, my daughter is going out, my daughter is going out.
Oh, that's so cute, so amazing. And what challenges have you faced?
I would say a bit of racism because still at that time Indians there are people everywhere. So I think my colleague didn't like me, one of my colleague, and she said something stereotyping Indians, and which I didn't like. But other than that, no, nothing. Truly, frankly speaking, nothing. It was an adventure for me. I came there with a very strong mind. Everything is going to be an experience. So I liked everything. It was amazing.
Oh, cool. And if you're comfortable talking about it, like, did you see that the racism that you faced was only, if I can say so, from your colleagues, or like from everyone in general, even in the street, or like where you
No,
were
no,
living?
no. It was truly no. Turkish people are amazing, I would say. Seriously, in my 3 months of stay, I have not faced racism from even a single person on the street. It was just one colleague, and I can truly understand. I was 21 and I understood, and I think she was pretty elder than me. So I didn't mind it. That was the first time experiencing racism. So I was like, okay, this happens. That's all right. But other than that, Turkish people are amazing. I never ever faced any problem, any type of racism on the streets while traveling in metro. Not at all.
Good, amazing, good to know. And was there something on the contrary that was easier than you thought would have been?
Oh, I thought that it would be different, but Turkish culture is actually very, very, the food, the culture, it's pretty similar to us. Especially, I like to remember one dish. It's called tulumba. It's something similar as to what we have here in India. If you know, it's called gulab jamun. So it was pretty similar, and it was really great to see, the similarity between. India and Turkey.
That's so cool. What's that dish? I don't know it.
It's tulumba. Tulumba for Turkish and gulab jamun for India. In India.
And what do you put? What do you put in it?
It's a sweet dish. It's fried dough balls dipped in sugar syrup.
Ooh, that sounds good. Cool. And on to my favorite question. Why are you proud of it? Why are you proud of yourself?
I am proud of myself because I have faced hardships. I have faced bullying in school. I have faced so much. And yet here I am today, still believing, people are good, still wanting to help other women raise up. Because I know there are women out there still who have not transformed, whose past experiences have left a traumatic experience in their mind, which has not which has not helped them, which has not allowed them to transform. And I'm proud of myself because I am wanting to be the woman who want to help other women. I do not want to I don't want them to continue feeling that. I want every woman on this earth to become confident. I want every woman, every ordinary woman also, every successful ordinary, everyone to be proud of what you are. And I am, as I told you, I'm working on something. So the blog that I had, I am trying to transform into helping women, and this is one thing that I'm proud of. That all the hardships I've faced, that's actually a collective experience for me. That's a lot of content that I am going to write, a lot of helpful articles for the women, and I want women to approach me anytime you're facing trouble with anything. I am there. I leave my blog link and I leave my email ID as well. Please hit me up for anything that you're facing. I would love to help. I would love to talk to you. I'd give you a listening ear. And this is what I'm proud of. I want to help. And I want to help around. And I want to help the women gain the confidence that I have gained with all my hardships. And yeah, considering about all these materialistic things, I'm doing great in job in my career, and I have huge plans for my career further. I am also going to start learning dancing. I'm almost 29 now, and earlier I used to think, what, there's no life after your 20s, but I'm proud of myself that I'm going to start new ventures at this age also.
That's amazing. Honestly, so many things, so many great things to be proud of. And yeah, can't wait to see all of the great things that you're still to do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing all of this. Can you what is your blog called?
It's Roving Lioness. When I started this blog, I was traveling a lot, almost every weekend. So I started this blog, but then I stopped it. Yeah.
Cool, amazing. I'll have a look. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. Then we're reaching the end of this episode. Is there anything that we haven't mentioned during our conversation and that you wanted to say?
This is for all the women. As my last word, I'd say all the ordinary women who are hustling in their regular jobs, with regular bodies, keep up. You are winning. Even if the world doesn't know your story, even if the world doesn't know that, you had a promotion or you got a great achievement or you get a great appreciation in your job, you are winning. And your happiness starts with you. I realized this late. I was depending on other people for my happiness, but now that I've realized, I want everyone to realize that your happiness starts with you. Never ever depend on anyone for it.